3.
Hi, I'm Jan Colabrujina, and this is my group mate. I'll present to you the CPU parts and function. This is Andal Norman, present motherboard.
Hi, I'm Norman Elandal and I'll discuss to you later the some parts of and function of the motherboard. And Brian will discuss the HDD.
Hi, I'm Brian C. Andal. I discuss to you later the parts of the hard disk drive. And Justin Joseph Reyes discussed all about computer case.
Hi, I'm Justin Joseph L. Reyes. We'll discuss to present to you, sir, the computer case. And Norman proceeds into the motherboard. This type of motherboard is a Asus PGA 370 model motherboard. IC, integrated circuit, a tiny electronic circuit used to perform a specific electronic function such as amplification. Chipset, it is a group of integrated circuits. CMOS battery, complementary metal oxide semiconductor, serve as backup battery of the BIOS. ISA, Industry Standard Architecture, stands for the name of an electronic path or bus. PCI slot, peripheral component interconnector, a card that fits into a PCI local bus to add functionality to a PC. PCIe slot, peripheral component interconnector express, a computer expansion card. FDD connector, floppy disk drive connector, a circular piece of thin and flexible plastic placed inside a protective case. HDD hard disk drive. Part of your computer is a very simple, consists of rigid circular platters of magnetic materials sealed in a metal box with associated read and write. Memory slot holds the memory. SDRAM, synchronous dynamic random access memory.
Dual data.
DDR, dual data rate, a type of SDRAM that allows to accessor per clock cycle the doubling speed of the memory. Heatsink, a device that absorbs and dissipates the heat by an electrical component. CPU socket holds the processor, and they have two major of CPU socket, the PGA pin grid array, LGA LAN grid array. PGA array, pin grid array, arrangement of pins on the integrated circuit. LGA LAN grid array, a type of surface mount packaging for ICs that is not able for having ATX pin power connector, 20 advanced technology extended pin power connector, a motherboard and power supply from factory standard designed by Intel and introduced in 1995. Back panel, keyboard port, The connector on a computer that receives data to and from a computer's central processing unit or a communicator device one bit at a time. Mouse. Small slidable device that users hold and slide around to point at, click on, and sometimes drag objects on screen. USB port. Universal Serial Bus. A serial bus with a data transfer rate of 12 megabytes per second for connecting peripherals to a microcomputer. Serial port. An input-output location that sends and receives data to add from a computer central processing unit or communication device one bit a time. Parallel port. An input-output connector that sends and receives data 8 bits at a time. VGA, Video Graphic Array. A video display standard for color monitor. Sound port. The pink color for mic is processing unit. This is the brain of the computer that multitasking. Okay. Resistor. Small tank or look like battery. CPU fan. Used to cool the CPU heatsink. Video card. Is a graphic card component that interpret video signal. Power supply. A supply power to all parts of the computer. IDE connector. Of HDD. Cover mounting hole. This is where the screws that hold the cover in place are inserted. Base casting. The bottom of the disc, it is the where the drive mechanics are placed. Spindle. This device helps to hold the platter in place and make it easy for the platter to spin at the necessary speed. Slider. This is a form of magnet that helps in recording information to the hard disk drive. Actuator arm. This allows the head to move back and forth across the disk drive as it records information. Actuator axis. This allows the actuator arm to move back and forth easily. It is the base for the actuator arm. Actuator continually reads and records information. SCSI connection. A set of standards for physically connecting and transferring data between computers and peripheral devices. Jumper. Change the drive from either a master to slave or cable select. Power. Also assists in providing power from the power supply. This is placed across two jumper pins to make a connection. Tape scene is polypropylene film out to specified widths for use in sealing pipe threads. It acts a little like putty under compression. Ribbon cable, also known as multi-wire cable, is a cable with many conducting wires running parallel to each other. Platters. The area where information is written to the hard disk. Case mounting hole. A hard disk case mounting structure includes an auxiliary stop bar provided at either side of a front area of a hard disk frame for preventing a pull handle on a case of the hard disk frame from being fully pulled up, thereby protecting the hard disk lock. Is a PTFE film out to specified which for use in sealing pipe threads. It acts a little like putty under compression. Ribbon cable attaches heads to the logic board. Connects HDA to logic board. All CPU instruction travel through this cable before reaching preamps. Platters. The area where information is written to the hard disk. Case mountain hole. A hard disk case mountain structure includes an auxiliary stop bar provided at either side of a front area of a hard disk frame for preventing a pull handle on a case of the hard disk frame from being pre-fully pulled up, thereby protecting the hard disk lock.
Tay. Ano na? Ay!
Supply responsible for giving power to all parts of the computer. IDE. This dual channel bus master IDE connector support Ultra DMA 166.10 modes 3 and 4 IDE devices. Floppy disk. This is an old type storage device like DVD, ROM, and lastly, this is the lastly. Computer case, known as computer chassis, cabinet, box, tower, enclosure, housing, system unit, or simply case, is the enclosure that contains the main components of a computer. Desktop case, considered as the most classical version of computer cases. These are primarily designed for personal business computers that are placed on top of a desk.
Mini size.
This type of mini computer case is mini size tower case. These cases are slightly bigger than the desktop cases and usually have 3 internal drive bays. Expandability is again a problem with these cases. Keyboard, the primary device for inputting text. They are generally designed around an operator's being language, and many different versions for different languages exist.
Mouse.
The mouse. Small slidable device that users hold and slide around the point at click or and sometimes drag objects on a screen.
Monitor.
Monitor is a piece of electrical equipment which displays images generated by a computer without producing a permanent record.